Welcome back. It's day 3 on the 10-step process of moving beyond mediocrity. Today, Dr. John Andrews, we're discussing with Dr. John Andrews, dealing with the fear factor. If you're going to go beyond mediocrity, you're going to have to deal with the fear factor. It is coming, but Dr. John Andrews is going to tell you how to deal with that.
If, for example, you've got any insecurities, if you're not sure about yourself, what fear does is magnify the insecurity.
Right. Oh, okay.
So, like when everything's going great, you're sort of managing your insecurity. It's okay. Yeah. You're cool with it all because the sun's shining, the cars in 50 are going down the motorway, and everything's fine.
Yeah.
It's when you hit the wall, or something goes bad, or you're faced with a fearful prospect. Suddenly, anything that's loose inside me, anything that's not locked down, gets challenged. It gets pushed around. It gets magnified. Yeah. So, in my experiences, when I've become afraid, it has magnified my insecurity. It's magnified my sense of weakness. Yeah. It's exposed even any character flaws within me. It's almost like it's put a big magnifying glass on it and gone, boom, it's blasted it out. And then that adds to the further sense of paralysis and weakness. Yeah. It literally roots me to the spot.
It's another reason not to do what it is that you need to do. You think?
Yeah, exactly.
Because the thing is, you talk about 3 types of fear, and I've never seen anyone break it down into 3. But you fear the past, fear the present, and fear the future. Now you did it in a brilliant way. You summed it up with, for anyone watching football, Stuart Pearce's penalty scenario. Yeah. If you just describe that and how you got the revelation that fear. There's 3 different types. It's not just fear overall. Yeah. It is your past, your present, and the future. Yeah. But just describe, because I thought that was a brilliant way how you came to that.
I love football. Yeah. I was so touched by Stuart Pearce's moment in the European Championships in 1996. Wow, a long time ago now. Where England were hot favourites, played Spain in the quarterfinals. Yeah. It was 0-0 after full time, penalty shootout. And there's a moment where Stuart Pearce steps up to the penalty spot. Yeah. Now at that moment, there's a whole world of terror going on. Yeah. He's already missed the penalty at the World Cup semi-final against the arch rivals Germany, and now he's stepping up in the quarterfinals of the European Championship now on home soil to take a penalty. So at that moment, I was so amazed. I was watching it, mesmerised, and then of course he scored. Yeah. And what came out was this explosion. If you've ever seen the footage, the veins are sticking out. He's screaming. The language is unrepeatable. Yes. And he's sort of screaming at the crowd. Yeah. And because what's been released at that moment is he's just put the past to death. Yeah. By doing something in the present that now releases his future. So awesome. In the past, he's known as the guy who missed the penalty in the semi-final of the World Cup. Now this action breaks the past because he's done something today that literally has overcome the fear of the past. Yeah. That he's not only stepped up to take a penalty, but he's scored. Now because he's scored, it's released him to enjoy a new future. Because he's broken the fear. Yeah. And I don't know what he went through when he walked up to that penalty spot, but I just have to imagine his heart must have been bouncing out of his chest.
The whole world watching.
His mouth was dry. Yeah. Imagine the prospect. What if I miss this penalty again? Yeah. He'll be forever known as the man who choked twice for England. The fact is, he had the courage to shoot and score. Yeah. It demolished the past. So it broke the fear of the past because he overcome the fear of the present, which then actually released him to a brand new future. And I think that's where fear lurks. It lurks in things we've done, which hamper things we do, which stop us from things we might do.
So one of the words that you used is courage. Because because people say, okay, I love the analogy, brilliant. What do I need to do then? And the word that you use, courage, at some point you're going to have courage to overcome whatever it is that you failed in the past, to deal with the present, so you can do what you need to do, which will then take away any fears of the future. So would you say that's the word that...
Yeah, I would. And obviously Courage is not the absence of fear.
Yeah.
Courage is
the absence
is when you don't want to go into battle, but you do. Courage is when you're told you have cancer, but you don't give up living.
Yeah.
Courage is when you know that actually you've no chance of getting this job, but you apply anyway.
Yeah.
Because you're willing to face the fear. And the Bible shows us people who don't ignore fear.
Yeah.
They face fear. So courage is not the absence of fear. Courage is the presence of fear, but you still do the right thing anyway. That's courage. And there are people demonstrating multiple levels of courage every single day. They'll never get a medal for it. They'll never get an award for it. They'll never be on a television program.
Yeah.
But every day they're facing facts that want to keep them small, and every day they're making decisions to press on. Yeah. That's courage. And courage ultimately is the key to destroying fear.
Fantastic. Brilliant. Okay.